What's up guys, Kevin over at LEGbrOs coming back at you with the third part of this. I am going to mix it up a little bit just for myself and for you guys. This third part of this giant kind of catch-up haul that I'm doing, I have about 15 to 20 packages I had to go through. So we are actually going to do this giant Walmart box. Obviously not from Walmart. This is an eBay find. But this is a whole bunch of vintage sets that were always kind of from my childhood, the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. So I did find this for a great deal, and I did pick it up, just kind of reliving some childhood fantasies. If you guys saw the end of the last video, I did that as well with the Deep Freeze Defender, so definitely excited to get into this box and see what's in here. I don't know if it's all deconstructed. I'm sure some of it had to be deconstructed because a lot of them are actually pretty large. So let's get into it. If you do enjoy this, go ahead and hit that like button. Tell me what your favorite vintage set was in the comments below. Hit the little bell if you want to be notified, and definitely appreciate a subscription on my way to 50 here. Let's get started. Tell me if you guys know right away, judging from the theme of the Deep Freeze Defender, what this one is. It's a little harder on camera because we're super close because this box is so tall, but this is the base of that Deep Freeze Defender. I'm just going to move this box over to the side, and then we'll just kind of put it down here so you guys can see stuff. So this is the base of that Deep Freeze Defender set. These big giant plastic pieces, I'm sure they'd make them out of brick nowadays, but these just take me back to my childhood. These things are actually pretty darn expensive to try to get these nowadays because a lot of them are broken and whatnot, and yellowed. But that one looks like it is in great shape, so that's cool. Yeah, it looks like they are broken up. Maybe they just did that just so I could build them, which I definitely appreciate too. This one looks like it's the messenger or decoder from the old Space Police. We have I believe this is like the Celestial Sled, I think is what they called that, from that set as well. I'm trying to get all the Ice Planet guys, just to kind of put up a whole scene for myself, just to look at, relive my childhood a little bit there. So 6, 8, 7, 9. That goes along with the Ice Planet guys. We did have this little mech, which I actually did have this. I found this, my brother and I actually found this just recently in our collection. We had this one, so now I have another one, he has one. But this is just a little Blacktron mech. Really cool, it has a little walking legs. This was actually one of my favorite sets way back when, just because there was so much playability with it. It was just like a really cool unit. Some of these looks like they had instructions, some did not. We did have the Galactic Peacekeeper from the Space Police set. This was something my brother always wanted and we actually never got as a kid. So that's an interesting set. I'm sure he'll want to take a look at that for sure. This is the Rebel Hunter. I actually did have this one when I was a kid. This is one of the ones that I did have. As you can see, it has like the little space jail. You could put a minifig in there and then close it up, and that ship kind of collapses and then expands to keep the jail in there. So super cool Space Police set. I did have that one, but I'm looking forward to rebuilding this one. I don't know how I got that. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to get these sealed back up so I don't ruin them. This looks like it was the rest of the base pieces, so I'm totally excited about building that. I actually got kind of a half-completed set where it has the instructions and the box, believe it or not, of this Ice Planet base, so I will definitely build this all up. It's supposed to be 100% complete, I believe, or close to that, so we'll see if we can put it all together and make one complete set. So super excited about that as well, to put it with that Deep Freeze Defender that I got there. I do have the old Blacktron Invader. Doesn't have the instructions, I don't think, in here. But this is the Invader from the very first Blacktron, not the really bright green and black guys, but this is like the dark yellow and black and red kind of guys there. This little base plate also goes with the base here. We do have the, it's like Alien Avenger 6887. This was a Blacktron set as well. Blacktron 2, I guess they call it. I think that's what they called this one, with that neon green. Did have a whole ton of minifigures, just the old style minifigures, so my brother is going to be super jealous of this haul. He's trying to recreate his stuff as well, now that he's kind of an adult. He's older than me, so now that he has his own money and stuff like that, he's trying to create some of that old stuff that he used to play with as a kid too. It's funny how that happens. You try to just buy the stuff you didn't have before, but some really great figs, some really, really old classic space, Blacktron, Space Police, there's the Chief there. Yeah, M-Tron, some really cool figures. This one I actually did have as well. This is a Space Police, a little rocket cart. I don't remember what it was called. Let's see what they say. Sonar Security. So that is a cool set there too. Looks like this is the Alienator, which is another old Blacktron set. Blacktron 1. Oh, this is the Celestial Sled. So the Celestial Sled was a little bit smaller. I don't know what that one was called. Maybe it was correct. I probably should have read off of what it was called on there. But this is the Celestial Sled, another ice planet. This is the Space Patrol, Surface Rover, and Crater Crawler. It looks like 3 little tiny sets, I guess. Little parts and stuff like that from the older ones. You can see this is the old gray, which is from those space things, like the really old Imperial Star Destroyer ECS has that. But this old gray is really hard to find, so these are just super cool. Super cool coloring. If you just look at this whole coloring of things, there's just so many cool neons and stuff like that they just don't use anymore. I think they tried with like the Nexo Knights and stuff like that, but just never really caught my interest. And then we do have the Galactic Chief, of course. His little tiny Chief car. I'm gonna get it to... Let's take it outside of the bag. I had a lot of the Space Police, I guess, because I actually had this one too. A lot of the small ones, of course, with a little Galactic Chief shuttle there. So definitely super excited about building all this, just to kind of break up the, I wouldn't say monotony, because it's been an absolute blast playing with Star Wars figures and you know, sets and stuff like that, building the things that were there. But those weren't actually around when I was a kid, the Star Wars sets. I kind of, you know, aged out of Legos, did the dark period, as they call it in the AFOL world, adult fan of Lego world, the dark period of when I wasn't collecting Lego or playing with Lego. That was right when Star Wars came out, so, you know, I would have loved those as a kid, but these are the things that I grew up on, so really excited to kind of get back to this. Really neon stuff, especially make a couple collections of my own, and then continue from there. It's hard to make a collection of the Star Wars things because they're worth so much nowadays that I just decide to resell them and kind of flip through just on my quest to kind of build everything from the Star Wars universe. So I'm really excited to get into these things and look into these kind of, because these definitely have a place in my heart for sure. All these really cool old space guys. So go ahead and comment below what your favorite vintage set that you either got or didn't get, what your favorite vintage set was. Something that's just beyond the realm of what we usually do on this channel here. Something old, maybe the old pirate ships or something like that. I've been looking at collecting some of that kind of stuff too, but we'll get into that. Who knows? Maybe I'll score some sweet deals on some older sets. Tell me if you guys like this as well. You know, maybe I'll look into getting some more older stuff if you guys really like seeing some of the old stuff and kind of going through that as well. Rather than just minifig hauls. So go ahead and let me know favorite vintage set if you like me doing this, want me to do a little bit more of this as well, and go ahead and hit that subscription button, and I'll catch you on the next one.